What's up, y'all? Billy from Perma Pastures Farm. And, it just occurred to me. Here I am about, 45 minutes away from doing my next podcast. And it just occurred to me, we're leaving February and going into March, which makes me realize the entire month of February got away from me because I didn't do what I intended to do. And that was basically this little stunt that I've been wanting to do for years, y'all. I got all these little social experiments up here that I really want to do. One of them being is that I want to go out, stand on one of the busiest corners in Asheville and hold up a sign that says, a big sign that says, hey, absolution of your white guilt for $19.99. Just to see how many self-hating, woke people would fill up that kitty. And of course, I'd give the money to charity. Well, this month is come and gone. It just slipped on by me like it does so many others. And then I'm realizing, oh, shoot, it just went too late. I'll have to wait till next year. But I will I'll say this. If anybody truly wants me to conduct that experiment, let me know down below and I'll see about getting it done. Even though it's not in Black History Month, I'll just tell everybody, hey, I get a little black privilege on that, so maybe it doesn't matter. Okay, I got a little prop here, and it has on here all the other months that we celebrate here in the United States of Amnesia. So coming up, we got Women's History Month, we got Natural Poetry Month, Asian Pacific American Heritage Month, Mental Awareness Month. Okay, I think we ought to make a year out of that one. We got Pride Month, National Hispanic Heritage Month, Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and then National Disability Employment Awareness Month. Say that 10 times. And then we got Native American Heritage Month. And then, of course, my computer isn't working right now, but right here at the bottom, apparently, we got National Veterans Military Families Month. Okay, and they got a share month, which is, by the way, November. All right. So I said all that to say this. Look, every time I do a video like this, and it's been some time, there's going to be a detachment of folks out there that are going to see my shirt. Of course, I got more offensive ones than this one. They're going to see my shirt, or they're going to hear what I got to say about a minute into it. And they're going to say, oh, you're just another self-hating racist Uncle Tom. Well, on both counts, as far as being a racist, I own it. And as far as being an Uncle Tom, once again, I own it. First of all, and I've talked about it before, but it's been a while for all the new people on board. First of all, have you ever read the book Uncle Tom's Cabin? Because you don't even get into chapter 2 or 3. It's been a while until you realize that Tom was a good, pious man. He was a man full of virtue and dignity. He was probably what Harriet Beecher Stowe thought was something as close to a Christ-like figure as she could conjure. Okay, so when you call me that, thanks. And then regarding the racist part, well, I'll just save the suspense. Yeah, I own it. But it's not your definition of it. What my definition is, rational and constitutionally inspired, sensible thinker. When you call me a racist, I'll probably tell you thank you, and then I'll respond with that. Probably ought to be on a t-shirt, but I think I've already made that. Anyway, can't find that t-shirt, so this is going to have to do. All right, so here he is. We got all these different months. We got Black History Month. How about just History Month? Do we need a Women's History Month? Do we need a Black History Month? Because by and large, all of the history they tell you about everything is garbage. The people we celebrate are really the people we should castigate when you really know the history about these people. That's probably another video. Well, it's probably not a video I could do because it would almost certainly be kicked off. So maybe I'll have to save that for a podcast. I know a lot of people are asking me to do that. So I'll have to get it done one of these days. But how about an occulted history month? A month where we talk about the real history, but you're never going to find that in the books that are in our educational institutions out there. You're never going to find that history. Yeah, maybe that's a history month we really, really need. But let me go back to the other thing here. Okay, so Black History Month. And forgive me if it's a little disjointed here. I'm speaking extemporaneously, so I'm kind of, popping up with whatever comes in my cabeza. But I felt like I needed to do this. You know, whenever I go through any woke city like Asheville, which is down the road from me, you know, it's a love-hate relationship. But man, they treat me like Michael Jackson just walked in the door. I am not kidding, y'all. Free coffee, they break it out. In fact, if I were to walk in all of these people, all of these places, maybe that's another video I should do and say, hey, you know it's Black History Month. You think you want to throw down some reparations donuts or something like that? I guarantee 9 out of 10 would probably say, okay, what would you like? I am dead serious, y'all. They treat me like a rock star around here until they ask me what I do for a living. And I tell them I'm a farmer. And then they ask me, and I reluctantly respond. They say, well, you know, how can I get a hold of you? And I just say, well, I got a YouTube channel. You know, we do a lot of teaching on there. As soon as they watch that YouTube channel, bam, instant pariah. Just like that. They get in there and they go back and they see some of the things I've said. And of course, right then and there, in fact, some of the gatherings I've been to, oh, they love me until they realize that I'm not a victim. How about that? Who knew? But anyway, let's talk about some of this this racism that everybody feels like they got to have on the edge of their tongues all the time. Has anybody ever, look, this has been going on for a long, long time, and I'm just going to say it, and I don't care how unpopular it is. I mean, honestly, I am far beyond caring about subscribers because I'm more concerned about my country. I could lose all the subscribers in the world, and what's that worth if I don't have a country that's intact? So I'd rather lose subscribers than my country. So every time I do something like this, I know people are going to run to the woods. They always do, which is absolutely positively fine with me. But let's talk about some of this racism. You know, have you ever considered, in fact, if you doubt me, go watch it. They'll probably change up the algorithms just because I'm talking about this. Have you ever, in recent time, and I'm talking, this is something I've observed for well over a decade, maybe 15 years. You ever noticed that the overwhelming majority of everybody in every commercial that deals with chicken is black? Everybody in a sneakers commercial typically is black, especially Jordans. You ever notice that? It's like, I mean, you could sit here and you watch these commercials. They throw down a bucket of KFC in front of a table full of brothers, and they sit here and stare. Everybody's just all smiles, and they stare at this thing like it's a doggone shrine. But nobody sees any institutional racism in that. Same thing with the sneakers commercials. You know what really blows my mind is everybody likes chicken. It ain't just black people. I mean, for crying out loud, Germans got the chicken dance. You want to see somebody destroy, I mean, absolutely incinerate a bird? Put a chicken in front of a bunch of Puerto Ricans and see how that goes down. And I guarantee you there will be no evidence of that thing ever having been there. But every time I turn around, there's only black people in a chicken commercial. Where are all the lunatic lefties saying, oh, this is just racism up one side and down the other? I don't see a bunch of Mexicans every time I see a Taco Bell commercial, but there's black people in every chicken commercial. How about that? So anyway, look, I don't have a whole lot of time to do this. It just blows my mind how we focus on this nonsense, how we focus on things that really don't even matter. And at the end of the day, you know, the things that are right here in our face, like I said, I've been observing this for 15 years. I did a little thesis in college on this. And still, and if, yeah, you want to know how, I should write about that one day. Because apparently it was politically incorrect for anybody to even notice. Anyway, that's another story altogether. So for all of you racists out there, holler if you hear me. I want you to let me know down below. I very seldom do a call to action. But let me know down below whether or not you think I should conduct some of these experiments. Let me know of all the things I might be missing out there. Like I said, this is more of a impromptu kind of thing. But I want to give a hat tip to all the real racists out there. Once again, you rational. I can hardly say it without laughing. Rational. and constitutionally inspired, sensible thinkers. You think maybe we ought to be worried about other things right now than a Black History Month? All right, y'all, this is Billy from Perma Pastures Farm. If you need anything from us, like I know a lot of people are asking for comfrey, but we got to do it responsibly. That's not going to be ready until probably mid-March. Bone sauce, rice knives, we got that stuff at the website. Even our book, butchering classes we got down below. You name it, we got it down there, so check us out. Till next time, this is Billy from Perma Pastures Farm, where permaculture is my passion. So is real history. We'll see y'all next time.